like most things, to think about it from the other person's point of view. So that's usually the answer for most things in life, I find, to think about the other person. So let's be the other person. And the other person in this situation is the wholesaler. So the wholesaler is a, let's just suppose it's some lady that's worked her butt off and has now become the exclusive Australian distributor for Schwinn balance bikes. Okay, so she is the exclusive Australian distributor. That's what generally happens with wholesalers. They are the exclusive distributor for a product that is either made overseas or domestically in that particular country, Australia for instance. So they've worked their butt off to get there. Sometimes they've had to pay to become the exclusive distributor. Other times they've had to prove that they are good enough to be the exclusive distributor by investing a large amount of money in stock. So this is the lady now. Let's put ourselves into her shoes. The lady now is now thinking to herself, I need to sell my product to people, to sell to consumers. I don't want to sell it directly. I want to sell it business to business, sell it to folks who are then going to sell it business to consumer, which is what we do as Amazon retailers. But she's got to be careful that who she sells her product to does not screw up the brand that she's either had to pay for or had to prove that she's good enough to have, and doesn't step on the toes of any of her other distribution partners that she's got. So that's her situation. So when you apply to her to become a wholesaler, she is going to look at your wholesale application and she's going to ask herself, is this person going to screw up my brand? Is this person a professional who's going to respect the RRP, the recommended retail price that we have in place? They're gonna analyze you and critically evaluate you based on them not wanting you to screw up their business. Okay, so now we're in the shoes of this lady. So how do you prove that you're not going to screw things up? Well, by acting like a professional. That's how you do it, because they will go check you out. So if you have got a website, that's a plus for you. If you are a company, well, that's not necessarily important yet, because for the most case, when you make an initial request for more information, you're not necessarily going to put your information on there. But the way you conduct yourself, the way you come across, will all be taken into consideration before they choose to do business with you, because they have to. It's important. They've got relationships with other distributors and they don't want to screw that up. So they will critically evaluate you. So the more you can do to look and act professional, the better. I guess that's the best way I can explain it to you. Typically, that means having a website presence, or at least a presence, or at least having a professional email address. So Cherie at wholesaleaustralia.com.au, for instance. It looks much better than Cherie1969 at gmail.com, for instance. All of those things matter. They all get taken into consideration. Hey, thanks so much for watching that video, and I hope that you got some massive value from it. Before you go, do you live in Australia? If you do, this is for you. Would you like to learn how to sell things on Amazon here in Australia? Would you like to know what sells really well and what sells for the maximum amount of profit? Would you like to know where you can source those products from, whether that be in China or here in Australia, and how to source them so you pay bottom dollar and get maximum value for what you're doing. If you do, please subscribe to my channel and like this video, and you'll learn that and much more. It's the exact same information that people like Jeff from New South Wales I've used to make $45,000 a month on Amazon, that Sue, who's from the sunny coast, has used to purchase herself a brand spankly BMW every single year as a result of her e-commerce business, and the lovely Kate from Bowral in New South Wales has used to make $32,000 a year on a month, not a year, a month on Amazon, and indeed Anthony, who makes $15,000 a month on Amazon, selling, as he puts it, odds and sods. If you'd like to learn the exact same information that they use to maximize their profits for their Amazon businesses, subscribe to this video, like my channel, post below if you want me to teach you something. Okay, I'm out of here. Speak to you soon. Bye. Subscribe. Do it now.